Hello everybody and welcome back to Belle's channel and to Belle's Fallout 4 Survival Guide. Today we're doing another part of the Vault-Tec Workshop DLC. So in the last one we did all the experiments and Valerie Barstow handed us the mantle of Overseer and she was leaving basically. So I don't like that ending. That's the proper way to do it. You know, like the experiments, manipulate the people and whatnot. Well, I did that, I carried on, I started building just like the equipment and I assigned Clem to it, and Clem died when he was on that additional power cycle. You know the parameters that we did where it was additional power? Well, he died because it exploded. So I kind of reverted back, and then I thought, a really good idea would be to go down the good route and then in that process keep Overseer Barstow as the Overseer, because really, even if you're given the mantle of Overseer, it doesn't really change anything. You still do the exact same thing as if you kept her. So I thought, we'll do all the nice parameters for the experiment, the ones that are really just normal, and then keep her as Overseer with these very good anti-Vault-Tec experiments to really, fuck up the Overseer's day. So, all the last 200 years she spent designing them. So that's what we're going to do. So we've just done the re-interviewing of these people. I've got Clem outfitted, and we are going to redo the Power to the People quest.
Overseer.
Our first vault residence. What a moment. But, on to business. Exercise is an inherently selfish.
I am gonna
instead of using Vault-Tec has
skip these a little bit.
The power cycle one. Wow, a perfect
Settlements can...
precisely the proto.
What?
Oh, Clem.
Sure.
Well, let me down the work, Clem.
Yeah, so we'll just dismiss. Okay, move. We'll just dismiss whatever she did. So as you can see, like, I've got nothing. Remember before we did signs, and I've literally got nothing in here. So because I started doing it, and then it was like, shit, Clem's dead. I was so sad. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, we're just gonna go straight for it. We're just gonna do normal. So power, no. Miscellaneous, because we need to connect it to a terminal. And there we go. So now we select the parameters. So I'm not going to go back through them again, all of them again. But if you remember, we did the additional power production in the first one where, you basically get additional power. So we're going to go the really, really nice ones. The ones that Overseer Barstow is not going to like. So basically, Dr. Riley's team, his name's Ted Riley, took a very different direction in their trials. Despite objections, they posited that if, I don't know what that word is, that if the Power Cycle 1000 was associated with natural positive feedback, that productivity would be enhanced. Using strong aromatic essential oils, the Power Cycle prototype elicited a strong initial impression. A suborbital soundtrack of gentle waves lapping on the beach were added. The power production of this experiment was a dismal failure. So when you do that, it doesn't add any additional thing. You can do sustained usage and things like that, but you're going to make them addicted, and you're likely going to kill them from that, and I don't want them to die, so that's why I'm doing environmental. Maybe it was just a problem that Clem wasn't meant to be assigned back to them, or maybe it was a fluke, but he did just die, and I don't want that to happen. I don't like that, so we're going back on it. What I am intending to doing in here is kind of like add these research benches like this, so we'll just do it nice and straight, so it kind of looks more like a research laboratory. That is so not straight.
This is all there is to it?
So I'll keep pedaling. This is kind of fun. Oh, what's that? You smell that? I ain't never smelled such a thing. Is that mute fruit? I'll do well. Promise.
Push Clem to the limit. The power must flow.
Huh?
Yeah?
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I broke your vault. I just got so excited and I wanted to do a good job and I kept pedaling faster and faster. And then the whole vault went kablooey. Please don't kick me out.
I was looking at the data for the power cycle. If I am reading the report correctly, you chose a lavender and vanilla aroma dispenser.
Ooh,
I
nice.
feel really relaxed. This vault is the best.
We're engineering a new society, you know. Not some sort of day spa.
My clothes still smell funny.
For the next experiment, we'll need but
I'll be back before you know it.
excellent. Once we have that,
So that was power to the people, and now we need to pop to hallucinogen again. Don't worry, it will take me 2 seconds. So yeah, she really doesn't like it, obviously, with you obviously picking the ones that aren't, that Voltaic never approved of, really. But obviously I don't care, because we're gonna do the nice ones, because it doesn't affect our people. Why do my load screens take forever?
Hey. Light him up!
I just read actually something. Just so you know. So, the additional power production parameter, this produces 4 units of power per bike. And it has a risk of killing its user, as we knew from Clem. There is a 5% chance per day. So, I don't know whether that's every day increases. But I must have been that freaking 5% that killed Clem, poor sod. The sustained usage incentive parameter uses 2 units of power. Sorry, produces 2 units of power. But it can kill a user with a 2% chance per day. And the environmental enhancer option produces 2 units of power, the same as the sustained usage incentive, but it has no chance of death. So I think it's worth either going for the full one that you get extra 4 bits of unit, or go for the environmental enhancer and you still get energy, power. But who needs it? You have a fucking reactor that gives you 150 bloody thingy. I don't see why we need additional power. It just looks good, I think. Gives Vault Dwellers stuff to do.
If you're just going to spin your legs for an hour,
I have those chemical
power
formulas
cycle's
for you.
pretty fun.
Marvelous. Now we can whether it
Alright, we're skipping this
but
again.
people feel so if they what? Oh, these
It's okay. You can trust me.
maintain and Clem.
Thanks.
was so
Okay, so now we need to build.
enormous potential.
Obviously, we need to build the soda fountain. Oh shit! I can't go through there. So pop it into here. You can get rid of that. We'll open the special again and get the soda fountain. Now, we had trouble with this last time, so I'm gonna quick save before we do it. And then we're gonna do the parameters. So soda fountain experiment. So we chose appetite suppressant. Remember that woman? She said I had 1p and I was stuffed. You remember? There's the mood enhancer, which uses chemicals and kind of, you know, it just does the whole thing. And then we said we wanted to do the caffeinated one, didn't we? The generic whatever the fuck it said. Now, just so you know, the appetite suppressor option provides 5 points of happiness and 1 unit of food. At the risk of killing a random non-essential settler with 1% chance per day. If you select the mood enhancer experiment, it makes the fountain provide 15 points of happiness without the risk of death, and the regular caffeination option provides 5 points of happiness without any risk of death. So I think I might try the mood enhancer one. I know we said we were going to go for the nice one, but as long as there's no risk of death, I don't think that's going to hurt. So we'll try the mood enhancer one. If I don't like it, we can always revert back on our save. Oh, I'm frozen. Frozen! Don't freeze, come on. What's it doing? Oh, did it. Whenever that happens, I just click the home button.
The soda fountain's open. Want to be the first customer?
Depends. How much does it cost?
Oh, it's free.
Really? Well, I guess then.
Oh. Cool. So, well, I'll tell you in a minute. But it's something about if you want to keep that settler.
It tastes funny.
Make sure to come back.
Alright, let me wait an hour.
Hey there.
You here to check up? I got a customer right here. You're back.
Oh, yeah, this vault's amazing. Just great. Wow.
Yeah, just great. It's so great I don't even know what I'm saying.
Neither do I.
So, yeah. We'll have a word with the seller. We'll have a word. I don't think that causes that.
So damn hungry. Maybe I'll get another drink.
I don't think it affects them
The
after
soda
that.
fountain shows enormous potential. To think we've turned the simple soda fountain into something noble. Ah, it fills me with pride. On to the next prototype. Well, but that doc...
Alright, we just remember we're skipping this. If you want to see the dialogue,
Do what we must.
see the last video.
But
Right.
the prototype...
I'm excited to be.
You and... Don't fret. We chose this so...
So, we need... So that actually points you towards where there is nuclear material. I'm just going to show you, because I didn't actually show you it in the last episode. So if you go down here where, you know, you'll find that water pump. I actually need to connect the water. Oh, something broken. Oh. I don't know how that died, but it did. But something attacked it. Anyway, sorry. So yeah, if you go over here, where you actually get the control board for that area, be warned there are ghouls here. If you...
Calm down.
Why are there always fucking ghouls when I come down here? If you go in here, you're going to see the uranium deposits. You might want to refrain from destroying that wall. It's because there's tons and tons of rad scorpions behind there. But yeah, so that's where you can find quick amounts of uranium. I would strongly suggest doing Explore Vault 88 before doing that, because this prototype requires 25
You should know. But people
uranium.
complain about
We're then going to grab this. So as you can see, 25 uranium, 4 steel, 3 glass, 2 aluminium.
Yummy soda.
I think that's the only thing it does.
Huh? I'd like to trade some items.
There ain't enough beds to go around.
Right, so now we need to
Huh?
select the parameters. So I'm just going to warn you, you can... Okay, so you know from the last episode, one of the settlers leaves, that woman who was part of the drinking fountain. Okay, so the possible outcomes, obviously, you lose her. When we did it, we did 3 bad options, didn't we? We picked the experimentative parameters. If you only choose one negative parameter, so we did it in the last one, the mood enhancer, that was a negative one, but the first one we did a good one, and this one we're going to do a good one as well. So if you do that, you can convince her to stay and you'll keep her here. But if you choose all 3 positive parameters, it will result in that unknown vaultula expressing satisfaction and staying in the vault, and the overseer will obviously feel disappointed. She does that even if you choose one positive parameter rather than all three negative. If you choose all three negative, that woman will definitely leave. But the overseer will be happy. But who cares about her? She's a Vault-Tec representative. So we did, I think, subliminal messages. There's Vault monitoring, but we're going to do improved eye care. So, obviously, you know, positive outcomes. So accept the parameters. So we've done 2 positive, 1, and then 1 negative. So
Yeah.
she will become a bit pissed off, this woman, but you can convince her to stay, which is what I'm intending on doing. We now just need to wait for the overseer to pop round. What I'm intending to do with this room is like, I'm going to put some seating there. We're going to put this, I'm going to mass produce that in the
Anybody need help with anything?
office, in the clinical area.
Yes.
I want a research area, so I'm going to keep the power cycles in here. I'm going to have a couple along there, like 3, 4 maybe. And then I'm going to have the soda fountain in the atrium.
Looks like we have our first patient. Yes. Before we begin, Clem, you ever just idle?
Hi, you here for an eye exam with the this thing?
I guess.
Go ahead and get in.
Also, just so you know, if you select the subliminal messages experiment option, the device provides 15 points of happiness, although it costs 6 units of power, and it has a 2% chance per day of killing a random non-essential individual. The Vault monitoring provides 5 points of happiness for 3 units of power, and it has 1% chance of killing a settler. The improved eye care provides 10 points of happiness for 3 units of power without any risk of death.
So, what do I do?
Just stay still.
So I just see.
Yeah. The machine will do the rest.
This thing's creeping me out.
All done. It says you got, minor eye infection. Some eye drops will clear it up.
Thanks.
And that's it? Nothing else?
No, Lady Overseer, exam's all done.
Pisses her off.
Strange.
Excuse me.
I never had an
People
eye exam.
about.
It wasn't so bad, I guess. Why are you doing this stuff anyhow?
These experimental devices could make life better for everyone.
Huh. No shit. So I need eye drops, huh? Right. After Clem going crazy on that damn power cycle, are you guys some sort of sickos?
So yeah, you can convince her that you're imagining things like I did before. Obviously, you cannot convince her if you've done more than 1 negative parameter.
There's nothing sinister going on. You're just imagining things.
You sure? I mean, that eye machine. Alright. But I'm watching you.
Finally, Vault 88's
There we go.
work can truly begin.
I wonder
Hi.
how high the vault
So
numbers
one of
are.
our residents is happy. That's completely irrelevant. We should be making hard choices to improve the effectiveness of the Vault. Instead, you spend your time pandering to their every whim.
I'm improving people's lives. I'm not going to apologize for that.
I just don't understand you. Please, make this next one count. This last experiment is my pride and joy. Following in the footsteps of Dr. Braun and the others, I have spent my time devising my very own prototype. Its premise is this. We are all flawed creatures, each with our own vices. What if our vault didn't pointlessly try to stab out these
Okay, sorry, I forgot we need to
pull that off.
Thank the choose.
Okay, so again, this is one of her own design, isn't it? So there we go, the slot machine. So I'm going to tell you again what the parameters will do. So the indentured servitude option, which makes it let me read her things. So the indentured servitude parameter could manipulate the probability to first entice a subject, then later drain them of all financial resources. This will give you 3 bottle caps per settler, and that'll be reset for each settler as they go on the game. So if you set up 100, you could get 300 caps if you can get 100 settlers. Max settlers you can do is like 20 maximum at a settlement, so you'd make 60 caps. Yeah, not really worth it if you think about it. The customer profiling option provides 1 bottle cap per settler and 5 points of happiness. And the lost revenue option provides 15 points of happiness. So actually you get a lot more for the lost revenue one, which is the one we're going to do because it's the nice one. I know I did that in the last one, but I think it's better doing that.
Huh?
Let him jump on the machine, and then we will. So this isn't something they're assigned to. If they've got nothing to do, they'll just go and play the slot machine, basically. So we'll sleep for an hour. If you do want to see like how these actions affect participants' affinity, you can go on Fallout Wiki, and it does have tables which show you them. But most companions will like it if you're nice.
Can we trade a few things?
I just can't lose.
Yeah, let's go have a word with the overseer, wherever she is, coming down the stairs.
I just can't lose.
Let's check in with Clem.
Oh, hi. That slot machine thing is a hoot. Thanks a lot for letting me try it, Lady Overseer.
I'm so glad you're enjoying yourself.
I'm happy with how the machine turned out.
You do realize the lost revenue parameter loses revenue, right? It's done. Finally. Hundreds of years of refining and planning. The results were mixed. But in science, you rarely wind...
The Lady Overseer sure is smart. I just feel like everything she says makes sense.
Yes, Clem. Good. You should take another soda break. With my life's work done, I think I will deliver our schematics to other vaults.
So if you remember, we said no more vaults in the last episode, but this one I'm going to keep her. So stay as an overseer.
Vault 88 needs you. And your guidance. We can't afford to lose our overseer.
How touching. Sentiment shouldn't matter in this calculus, but somehow it does. I will stay, and together we will make Vault 88 a beacon of hope for the future.
For the future. So you still get the Legend of 88 jumpsuit. It reduces damage from ghouls by 15%. Obviously we couldn't, the video ended quite quickly last time. So yeah, you get 2 damage resistance, 12 energy resistance, 15 radiation resistance. You can mod it. It weighs 1 and it has a value of 100.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
And now you can appropriately
Finally.
trade with her.
Vault 88.
So that's this, you know, that's the whole quest. Power to the people, the water hole, whatever the other one was, I can't remember what it was. What was it? Vision of the Future and Lady Luck. This is the Vault 88, sorry, the Vault-Tec Workshop quest line. So you have, we'll go through it. So you got, I can't remember where it added, like, actually did the first quest. It like occurs around like level 20 or something. Just, you know, we can see it. No. Doesn't matter. Oh my god. Please. Yeah. I scared the shit out of me then. So yeah, you've got Better Living Underground is a quest that pops up when you get to the Quincy Quarries or Vault 88. You then do a Model Citizen, explore. You have this side one where you can explore Vault 88. You have Power to the People, the Watering Hole, Vision of the Future, and Lady Luck. And then, so that's the quest line. It's really short compared to like Far Harbor and Nuka World, but you do get the ability to make a massive settlement. And you can scatter it, you know, you can build down there, you can build in them side sections, but I just like this area to build and I don't really use the other sides. So join us in the next episode where we build our vault, and in the next few episodes that's what we will be doing. You know, we're going to be building our research center, building a security area, cleaning out the top of the vault and kind of making it nice.
Try this slot machine. It's the best.
We're going to be building our atrium as well, because that's kind of like the cornerstone, the central part of the vault. I find I build off of it, I build around it, and that's kind of why I built it first. So yeah, join us then where we continue building Vault 88 to be the beacon of hope for the future. Thank you for watching. This is Belle, and I hope to see you soon.